Everyday video blog time. It's the last day of the year, which is scary. Where's the year 2000 gone? It's been a good year in some ways, in other ways, for the obvious reason it's just been awful. So let's just have a quick run through the year. I know I'm going to forget stuff, but in all fairness, that's been quite a busy year. At the start of the year, I was up in Scotland, obviously seeing my family, which is, I haven't seen them since then, which is not very nice in itself. I've not seen any of my family now in a whole year. So I started off by doing a fair number of railway stations at the start of the year, which is a good way to start the year. And then when I came back, I can't remember the one, me and my housemate Mark went down to Isle of Wight, which I've never been there before, so that was great fun. But they wanted to go down there before the old London tube stop goes and it gets replaced with new old rolling stop, which is still new in the current stuff. That was really good. And then we got the hovercraft over, which was, I've never been in a hovercraft before, so that was great fun. And of course the hovercraft back again, which was really good. And then after that, I believe, I can't remember the dates or when what order we did it, and then I believe after that I went to Wales with another friend called Mark, not the same Mark I live with, another Mark, just to confuse things. And you went to Wales like a week. That was great fun. I haven't really been to Wales in a long time, so we went to Cardiff, Swansea, did sort of a fair number of the Valley lines, and we went all over the place in Wales. I think we did about 30 stations, give or take, in a week, might be more than that, I can't remember. So that was great fun. But when we're in Wales, you could tell things are starting to change. That's when you start to see people using hand sanitizer, some people wearing face masks. And we just, at that point, we just thought, what are they doing? What's this all about? And then I think we got back from Wales, and then about a week after that, my housemate Mark and myself went down to London to Margate to go into an old railway tunnel and had a tour, and that was really good. And then Mark, where we didn't know at the time, had also booked to go, so we went with him and did that. And that was great fun. Then we came back from that, and literally about a week after that, me and my housemate Mark went to Cleethorpes to take more railway stations off, and then we literally got back from that, and about a week after that we went into lockdown. So that was my first half of the year, basically, well, first 3-4 months, which was quite full. And of course, obviously during lockdown, for the first, like, when it went to full lockdown, you only meant to have like one form of exercise a day, so therefore I could only really walk the dog or go a bike, so you weren't meant to do both, of course. The first week or two I thought I'm going to be well behaved and not break the rules, and after I was like, yeah, bugger it, I live in the middle of nowhere, I can go like 20 miles on a bike and not see another person, so I must admit some days having two forms of exercise, but everybody else was doing it and I wasn't doing any harm. So that lockdown went on to I don't know when, and then when the lockdown eased, I got to see my friend Mark once, twice, I can't remember, not that many times anyway, which was nice. I also saw some other friends when you like to meet people indoors, providing you're doing all sorts of distance and stuff again. And then of course, I've also been up to, oh yeah, I went to Skegness on the HST train of Mark, which again, that was great fun. Which is literally, I've only been to one train station since the lockdown ended, even though we're back into another lockdown, which has changed. I normally been doing like 200 stations in a year recently, trying to take as many as I can. So this year, I think I did about 100 in the first 3 months, and then since then I've not really done any travelling on a train whatsoever. Even I've been to a train station to like meet people, get them off the train, so we're like, oh, I've not been in a train. It's just it's the longest time since I started doing lots of travelling, not been on a train. What have I also been up to? Oh yeah, obviously I lost my job, which when lockdown first started I thought if it goes on for a month I might be okay, but when it kept getting longer and longer and longer, and then of course when I get told I was going to get made redundant, I just thought, well, I was half expecting it, but at the same time I wasn't. Because everything that was going to happen at the start of the pandemic, I would have been out looking for a job, and there's still jobs going, but of course now, you've got like too many people all lost their jobs and all looking for jobs at the same time, so there's bugger all out there. There's some jobs, but it's jobs I wouldn't want to do, like working in a warehouse. The pay is not bad, but it's like 12-hour days, and the time you get there and back up like 2 hours, so you'd have enough time to sleep and then go straight back to work again. I just would not enjoy it, but I have been looking for jobs. The other day I joined LinkedIn, which I've not used in ages. That's been quite fun, sort of entering your skills and sort of going through your network of people you know and think, oh, I've not seen you in a while, and adding random people, which has been interesting. What else have I been up to? I'm trying to think. I know I've done a fair bit this year, but I just can't keep track. Oh yeah, one of my best mates passed away, which has nothing to do with this awful virus that's going about. It just, well, yeah, I'm not going to say too much about it. Basically, yeah, no. He didn't do anything bad or anything, he just died, which wasn't nice. I knew nothing that he wasn't even well. I hadn't seen him in about 3-4 years. I didn't fall out, and if you just sort of like stopped speaking, as it were. But sometimes happen, you just stop speaking, and then you just think, oh, I'll speak to them tomorrow, and then you think, well, it was phone what's birthdays, and then it's never happened. Then I got a message from his older brother again. He used to see all the time saying he'd passed away. I was just like, what? I wasn't expecting it, so I was upset, but I also wasn't upset because I hadn't seen him in that long. I just even now I can't get my head around it. I think it's partly because I've not seen anybody that we both knew, so therefore I've not been speaking to anybody in person about it. So it's weird. But he's one of my other good mates. We literally, the first 18 years of our life, we literally did everything together. We went to the same primary school, the same secondary school, and half the same classes. And then me and my mate that died, we both came out at the same time, so got all that shared experience. So it's just, I just can't believe that somebody who's technically younger than me is no longer here, which is, not nice to think about. I think people your age at not even 40 shouldn't die. It's just not nice. So I'm devastated it happened, but at the same time, I don't know. I think I'm not going to get upset about it until I see his older brother at some point. And then you start talking about the old times, and I think that's when it will hit the fan. And also that I didn't go to Troon. I probably could have gone, but I didn't want to. I just didn't want to have to say goodbye to him. I thought I want to do it on my own terms, not be around people that actually I don't know, because I haven't seen them that long. He knows the people that I don't know. I'll be thinking, who are you? And it's just, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, what's I've been up to? And I think now. Oh yeah, I got back into model railwaying, which I've not had my model trains in absolute years. Hard to go past. So I've been doing that for the first time in my entire life. I'm actually on the baseboard lit, which I'm looking forward to, but at the same time I'm not. But you've got to be organised and think where you're going to put things, and it's really long. When I say really long, I mean really long. I don't even know the length of it. And the length it is now, it's going to at least double, because as I just suggested to go the whole way around the bedroom, and it's a massive bedroom. It's the biggest room in the house. And of course we've also gone up to DCC, which if you know what DCC is, it basically means you can run almost as many trains as you want on the same track, on the same layer, all controlled from the same place. So that means you can drive trains towards each other. You could smash them into each other, but they're bloody expensive, so don't do that. But it means you can drive them like that, you can drive them that way, you can drive them behind each other, and they can sort of change the speed so they don't catch up on each other. If you get the DCC sound, you can make them make sounds, so even when they're not moving, they make the engine noise, they can make the whistling sound. Believe me, even when you had one loop, it was so much on the back. You could race the train up behind it, put the brakes on, and so you could make them up really slow, they could couple them together. It's great fun. So we're getting into that. We're going to go to work on the electronics out of that, which is, we're having a bit of a laugh because we've got to plan the layout so we can drive all the trains, and also I've still got some analog trains to complicate things. So I think what we're going to have to do, we're probably going to have 2 or 3 DC loops and 1 analog loop. Or I might just give up on analog and basically just start converting some over to digital, but we haven't decided yet. There's lots of planning to do with that. And other than that, I've been doing a fair bit of cycling. This year I've done 4,000 miles. By the time we get back to the about 4,100, 4,200, which is a lot of miles, because last year I only did just over 2,000. This year alone I've done 1,800. That's more than I did last year. So the pandemic, it's been good for some things. I've actually got to do things like that instead of being at work all the time. But of course I now need to go into full-time job hunting, which I've been doing. I joined LinkedIn every single morning. I go into the different job websites, see what's out there. In the afternoon I do the same thing. Before I go to bed I do the same thing. At night if I wake up I log onto job websites and even you look, there's nothing out there. Because even at one point I was getting 10 emails a day, but now I'm literally getting 1 or 2 emails, and you really think, yeah, that job people have done and left again, but it's the same job you keep seeing. You think that's the reason why the same job keeps popping up. Yeah, anyway, I think that's it, to be honest. So the year's been really good at some ways and awful at other ways, but compared to some people it's probably not been bad. I know I've lost my job that I've been working the same place for 17 years. But at this point, when I first started there, I was 20 something. I'm now 41, so it's a big chunk of my life. It's just weird, and also the fact I walked out the door thinking, I'll be back in a couple of weeks, not knowing I'm never going to stand in the building ever again. And even I can't bring myself to go anywhere near where I used to work, because I'm thinking it might upset me a little bit. And also, you've got lots of members of staff that I've been working with for a long time, and I'll probably never see them again. It's one member of staff, he literally started, hello Lindsay, not you will, he started the same year I did, and see, I think I started in April and she started in September. which again is quite good. So I've worked with somebody for that long, and then of course you've got other people who've worked with for like 2-3 years, gone to university, some have come back and then gone again. So it's just a bit weird walking at a building and not getting to say goodbye, because unless the member staff normally leaves, you know they're leaving to get to say goodbye to them, but just to like walk at a building and never go back again, it's a bit weird. But even leave secondary school or something, you know in your head that's your last day, so you can say goodbye to people or off to them if you don't like them. Anyway, I'm just rabbiting now. I know, sorry. I thought we were vlogging in, you know. So if you can, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell icon. I hope you had a good Christmas, or you knew something I'd forgotten about Christmas. And have a happy new year, which is tonight, or if you're in Australia, it's probably all viewing time to see this. So happy new year, let's just hope 2021 is a better year. Can't be any worse. Touch wood. Anyway, I'm going to get going now, and I'll speak to you all when we're doing a video. Do subscribe, comment, and all that other stuff. Bye!